The best chess move I saw today was played by FIDE master Sven Zeidler in the 2026 Welsh Championship. Can you figure out what he played here as black? Now, it looks like a pretty difficult position because the rook on e8 is hanging, and white has this very dangerous central pawn roller. So black's gotta act fast. But in this position, Sven played the very brilliant rook takes g2. And the point is that if you play rook takes g2, it runs into queen h1 check, hitting the king on e1 and the rook on g2. And anywhere you move the king actually loses the rook on g2 with check. So the only sensible way to block or defend would be queen f1, but this actually runs into rook takes e3 check. And now again, if the king moves to d1 or to d2, the queen on f1 will hang. So instead you gotta go rook e2, and this loses now to g2. And the little engine that can now pick up that white queen. So that wasn't played. And white instead, after rook takes g2, elected to play knight takes e8. Now, after knight takes e8, there's actually rook takes e2 check. And the problem is that if you capture with the queen, you actually run into g2 check. That's a discovered check. And now all of a sudden, black would actually secure a second queen because of this nasty pin. The queen on f2 cannot recapture that queen that just made it to g1. So because of that, white actually had to recapture it with king takes f2 and get out of the discovery check. But still, queen g4 check was played, king d2, and now g2 ensured that there'd be a second queen on the board. And to add insult to injury, white tried to play c7 and get their own queen. But after g1 queen, you actually notice the queen on g4 is actually covering the square. So c8 queen, trying to get 4 queens on the board, is just a mirage because the queen on g4 can just take, and black went on to win this game.